Ahoy hoy, it's your boy, Attack Slug, and this is going to be my final, hopefully final, video on this whole Microsoft Machinima, Xbox One, FTC, YouTube, XB1M13 debacle that has kind of consumed a lot of my life this past week. It's been kind of crazy. There have been a couple of statements made since the last time that I put up a video, and I wanted to go over those. I wanted to go over what the FTC has now said, and I wanted to kind of wrap up with a what have we learned. So first and foremost, the most recent statement from Microsoft, it was a joint statement from Microsoft and Machinima, reads as thus. Microsoft was not aware of individual contracts Machinima had with their content providers as part of this promotion, and we didn't provide feedback on any of the videos. We have asked Machinima to not post any additional Xbox One content as part of this media buy, and we have asked them to add disclaimers to the videos that were part of this program, indicating they were part of paid advertising. So basically, all the videos that were originally tagged XB1M13 as part of this campaign should now have a thing saying, hey, this was part of a paid promotion. Now, I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen that ad. I'm not sure how they're going to add that, either through annotations or whatever, or just in the description. But moving forward, everything should have a thing saying, hey, this is part of a paid ad, and that's how it should go. That's how the previous couple of Machinima things went that had, for CES and PAX and whatever, had that line in their contract saying you must disclose. Now, if you are not familiar with Seaboat, aka Crazy Buttocks on a Train, he is a confirmed Microsoft insider. He has leaked out plenty of information in the past, like 5 years, that has always, almost always ended up being true. So he is certainly someone who has information and is on the inside. And his response to this, in the fact that Microsoft said that they were not aware of Machinima contracts, etc., was that all contracts are vetted by legal, usually multiple times. So the notion that Microsoft had no knowledge of these contracts seems kind of fucking shady. I'm pretty sure somebody somewhere had some knowledge, and they're just not going to admit that. But regardless, moving forward, they are going to have these disclosed, so we're not going to have this issue, I hope. But today, this morning, Polygon got a statement, and a bunch of statements, from the FTC themselves. And this is what the FTC has to say regarding this particular issue. The guides are guidance to help advertisers and endorsers comply with the federal advertising law. They are not legally enforceable, and there are no monetary penalties or penalties of any kind associated with them. The FTC isn't conducting any research into the use of their guidelines for endorsements. She declined to say if the FTC had any active investigation into game publishers over breach of the federal advertising law. Under FTC rules, the Commission does not confirm investigations until they are complete, and then only if there are any wrongdoings found. So these guidelines that say, hey, you could be breaking the law, they are not enforcing the guidelines. So I don't have a good response to that. I don't have that. Why even have guidelines if you are not going to enforce them? I understand what the laws say. I understand that YouTube does not fall under the FCC because it is internet, and that the FTC is a portion of the FCC and all this other government, corporate, whatever bullshit. But it seems to me that that is certainly, I mean, it's a good thing that Microsoft said, hey, we understand that that contract was not proper, and that moving forward we need to disclose these kinds of ad buys. And I'm hoping that every other game company is paying close attention to this, because the most important thing is going to be the integrity of people on YouTube covering games and what their opinions mean, and whether or not they're being paid for to have those opinions. So, what have we learned from this nonsense? Disclosure, disclosure, disclosure. Now, the fact that multiple campaigns from Machinima previously all explicitly stated that you had to disclose being a paid advertisement, and this one was mysteriously missing that language. That to me is some shady ass shit. Now, I'm not going to say either way, but if all the parties involved had to vet these legal contracts and that language was missing, that should have thrown up some red flags somewhere, and the fact that it didn't is kind of concerning. The second thing that we learned was that companies and corporations can pretty much get away with whatever they want because money talks. So, cha-ching, cha-ching, and then it all goes away. And nobody gets a slap on the wrist, nothing happens, and these shady, underhanded dealings can continue to happen with no actual repercussions. That's fucked up. If you don't think that's fucked up, maybe you're fucked up. Because that to me is just completely... I mean, I understand that's how things work in the world, I guess. Perhaps I'm naive, but whatever. Number 3 that we learned, be wary of pre-release coverage. If someone's looking at a game and that game's not out yet, or if someone's looking at a game and has 30 hours of footage of that game on day 1, be incredibly wary of that person's opinion because they may have gotten that copy comped to them beforehand, and that could be influencing their opinion of that game. And that ranges anywhere from the smallest guys to the biggest guys. I have never been comped any game because obviously I only have less than 4,000 subs. Nobody knows I exist yet. Be wary of that coverage, and be wary of, you know, anyone who has a differing opinion at some point down the line that they used to be, let's say, a hardline guy for Sony, and all of a sudden they're huge on Microsoft, or vice versa. And that's kind of it. This has been a crazy week. I urge you to remain vigilant to any coverage and any opinions, and that any company, if there is even a whiff of this kind of indiscretion again, the gaming community at large is going to come down like a ton of bricks on you, because on YouTube, there's one thing that we're looking for, and that we're looking for honest opinions. We're not going to IGN, we're not going to Game Informer, we're not going to any of these other outlets. We are looking for a dude in the bedroom who we may or may not agree with. Like, if you have an opinion I don't agree with, that's fine. It's your opinion. I just want it to be your honest opinion. And if we can do that moving forward, then I think we'll be in pretty good shape. So, this is Attack Slug, and I'm going to keep putting up video game content of the video games that I think are interesting. No one is paying me to do so, because I love video games, and that's kind of the bottom line, and that's going to be the end of this video. So, tune in next time when I get mad about something else. And have you seen that Capcom CEO shit? Fuck Capcom. Alright, bye.